Can you name some of my favorite SOG fixed blade knives? Go ahead, I'm listening. Yes, the agency. So excellent. I loved the agency. Steel 2000. Yeah, I have one of those. I've never officially reviewed it. I'm not sure it's my favorite. Kind of the same for the Steel Pup. All sizes. It's good. I don't know if it's one of my favorites. What? Tech Buoy. Yes, I have one right here, dude. Well done. Here comes a SOG Tech Buoy knife. That's one of my faves. Very excellent. A dormant cast member. He's been sleeping a long time. This is a Tech Buoy, and I think it is discontinued. Beautiful knife, featuring those beautiful SOG lines. Just very excellent. Keep going. Another one. Yeah, and there is one more that you guys have not mentioned. I cannot believe you haven't mentioned it yet. Here I am pretending I can hear you. Nope. Let me just help you out. The Northwest Ranger. I love this knife. Also discontinued. The Northwest Ranger cryoed osate steel. Really excellent knife. Perfect jimping. Craton handle. No hot spots. Really an excellent blade. Better with a Kydex sheath. Here's a leather sheath it came with. Decent. I mean, good second cool sheath, but for wilderness use, not so much. That's just a couple. We could be here all night if I keep going down this road. So SOG has produced, obviously, some really good fixed blade knives. And I hope to review more of them. I have been doing mostly folding knife reviews because I think that's what most of you guys need and want. But here we go with a fixed blade knife review, SOG. And as I mentioned, it has replaced the Field Pup. So while the Field Pup series was discontinued, and I did cry myself to sleep for many nights after that, it's not dead. Here is the Field knife in this variation. It is kind of similar to the Field Pup, which I stupidly don't have here in studio. I should have. I do have several of them, but they're mostly integrated into my systems, TNP systems and personal systems. And it's kind of like the Field Pup, and it kind of has different lines as well. One reason I think, and I don't know, that SOG discontinued the Field Pup was because, that's right, it wasn't really selling that well. A lot of you guys absolutely hated it. I know, because I remember some of the comments. You're like, that's the ugliest knife ever. And I was like, well, ugly is as ugly does. It was a very functional ergonomic knife. And I think the good news is the Field knife picks up where it left off. So here we have a different steel. I'm trying to remember what steel that was in. That might have been HCR. I think it was osate. This one is 717 MOV. Obviously very similar to HCR, just a little bit less chromium. And the blade length on this, 4.1 inches, so about the same as the Field Pup and some of its variations. Not flat ground, but neither was the Field Pup. And a lot of dudes who watch my knife show think that I'm all about FFG, full flat ground. And I normally am. That Northwest Ranger I showed you, full flat ground, but not always. Here, it's not full flat ground at all, just like the Field Pup. So it's flat right here, hollow ground here, from about mid-spine until we go to the primary edge. So not. Very sharp out of box, very capable. And overall, I think it's a good steel choice. It's basically, like I said, HCR. Just be careful, it will rust out on you out there in the woods. You got to kind of wipe it down. It is classified by me as a stainless steel woods blade. That's what this is. Or, get this, another reason I'm doing the review, Bugout kit blade. Bugout kit blade, because I know some of you guys still have not integrated a blade into your BOK, which is unimaginable to me. That Slockmaster by Cold Steel, Western Hunter, amazing. Go watch those reviews. Those are my large size blade recommendations. And of course, the Moras. They're at the top of my list for a super lightweight, inexpensive BOK knife. Here's a Mora right here. This is a companion in stainless. This is obviously a very loud orange version, which I love. International orange. I'll put a link to the Mora below as well. Put a link to this one below. Yeah, this, dude, this is a great knife. It's lighter than this one. This one is, well, the specs are saying 3.7. I'm going to turn on my scale and we'll measure it right here, right now, and we'll see. I think it's a bit more than 3.7 in its sheath. They're talking about the knife itself. Right. 3.7 for the knife itself, 5.6 overall. But that's still a very reasonable carry weight. I'm going to measure, or not measure, but weigh the Mora as well. 4.1, boys. 4.1 ounces. So if you're counting ounces, Mora is where it's at. And honestly, in your BOK, you should be counting ounces. You should. So I want to show you this, and it's a good competitive option. And this is a high value blade. I mean, it's inexpensive. Incredibly inexpensive for what you're getting. Overall length, 8.5 inches, 4.1 on the blade. Once again, there's the thickness. And we have jimping. Oh my gosh, really good jimping. That is good jimping. Not perfect, but good jimping. It's an indentation for your thumb, good control. Bottom choil in the thermoplastic grip, kind of like Craton. The grip could probably be improved a little bit. I think it should be a little bit longer and get rid of some of these weird protrusions. Just kind of like the Northwest Ranger and another competitive option I'm going to show you. Kind of smooth it out. I would increase the length about a ½ inch and get rid of some of this nonsense. I like this choil right here, but this stuff here, the raised lines, pitch it. Just make it textured just like the Northwest Ranger was. I'd be much happier. Full tang knife design, so it's pretty strong. Lanyard hole there. Feels really balanced and fast in hand. Good camp knife, good woods knife. Really decent. Here comes a sheath, by the way. The sheath is a huge improvement over the Field Pup. That was one of its downfalls. The sheath was not great. Here you get a plastic sheath and you got a little notch for cutting rope. I find this is mostly nonsense. I've tried using it in years past and I hated it. But it's there. Maybe you use it better than I do. I don't know. Got a simple clip on that. It's riveted. It's plastic, not leather. It'll drain well. It's got a drain hole there. It doesn't add much weight. The sheath is a complete win on the field knife, and it makes up for any other quirks that it has. That and its incredible, incredible low price, dude. Highly recommended, the SOG Field knife. Here we go with a competitive offering. If perhaps this doesn't meet your high standards, maybe it doesn't meet your high standards. Okay, how about you go with the Benchmade Anonymous? There you go, bro. With the crew wear steel. How's that? That's right. With the Anonymous, it is CPM crew wear steel. Higher wear resistance, greater toughness, higher attainable hardness. Really an excellent steel in the wilderness. Resists chipping and breakage more than most other tool steels like, I don't know, CPM D2 even. Which, by the way, is excellent. Yeah, so if the SOG Field knife does not meet your high standards, please use my link below and buy this highly recommended, by the way. Benchmade Anonymous 539 GY. 8.4 ounces, by the way. It is going to be a bit heavier. Excellent sheath, too. With a Benchmade crew wear equipped Anonymous. Great knife. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm going to get out and thump this blade, dude. Yeah, I bought this one. I'm going to get out and thump it, make a special video on it, if you guys watch it. If not, I won't. Another competitive offering, also much hallowed in the Nut and Fancy project. I know a lot of y'all have this one. I know Strelka does. Steel SRK. This one is in Sanmai. Sanmai 3. Oh my goodness, this is a great wilderness blade. Time to remind the world of this fact. It's going to be heavier. It's going to be much more expensive for sure. It is thicker. It's a harder use knife. Really capable of batoning, doing some heavy work as far as its blade length will allow. I mean, it's a 6-inch blade. It can do some batoning. I've proven that in past videos over the years. Really excellent blade. Sanmai 3 is one of my favorite steels that Cold Steel does. And there's the type of grip I'm talking about. Remember I said with a competitive offering I was going to show you? It's this one right here. The SRK. Yeah, so this is a little bit funky, some nonsense incorporated. This is just simple, straightforward. You even have a guard there. Great lanyard hole. I'll put some links to the Cold Steel SRK down there. I'll tell you what, the steels come and go in this knife. I don't even think the SRK is even out there anymore. You get carbon steel, carbon 5, OS8 steel sometimes, just different steels in the SRK. I think most of them are pretty darn good. I've had this one for 13 years. I didn't buy it. A TNPr gave it to me. That's right. It just showed up on my doorstep in the year. I was like, what? I ask you guys never to send me nothing. I have revised that. I say, send me cash if you want. Hot women, ammunition in cases of common calibers. Also, I'll add in 6.5 Creedmoor, 300 Win Mag, and 50 BMG. A whole case, thank you very much. And apparently knives. I'm kidding, don't send me knives. I don't need no more blades. But that was a really cool gift. I wish I knew who did that. He didn't put his name on it, and I hope he's a donor. If he is, I'll put his name below. One last one. This is just funky because it's hanging out in the studio. Jesse Hemphill, Town Clerk. Oh, I'm sorry. Clerk. Town Creek. Yeah, that's an A2 steel, I believe. And that is not full flat ground, convex ground, which I'm not super digging, but other than that, the knife is truly amazing. You're going to cry when you find out how much I paid for this knife. $116, y'all, for the Town Clerk. Yeah, I think I'll call it the Clerk. It's really the Creek. Here's the holster. The Town Clerk. Yeah, just having fun. This is a pouch leather holster, very traditional for woods crafting. No, thank you. It doesn't even have provisions for draining. I would much prefer a plastic sheath like this, but I'm just throwing it out there because it is a super cool knife. Great ergonomics on the handle. Yeah, it's so excellent. Jesse Hemphill product is legit. Where's he at? Escanaba, Michigan, right? You got it. But back to the SOG, the very affordable SOG, which, by the way, we're going to size compare against the BOK Double XL Kalashnikov Auto TNP version, and it is dwarfed by said auto. Oh my gosh, it is way smaller. That's so funny. But for most of your woods uses, do you need a big blade? That's correct, you don't. I am a aficionado, as you guys know, of the large blade for certain tasks like shelter craft, heavy duty woods craft, fire craft. But when it comes down to food preparation, skinning, more food preparation, maybe making fuzz sticks if you want to waste your time doing that, this would be a great blade to do. Recommended. I'll have a link below. I think it's like, here I go with another bad price. I mean, I'm saying it's probably not going to be this when I say it. It's like $25. $25. And pick up, by the way, a BOK Double XL Kalashnikov TNP version, serial numbered also while you're there. Very collectible. It will go up in value. And then get maybe a couple of these for your BOKs and your day hike survival kits, and perhaps that 511 EDC LPAC carry case I did. I know, so many acronyms. LPAC is low probability for armed conflict. This would be another great knife to integrate into that. I think I showed you guys this one, a Mora Companion. We're done.